Am I the asshole? For refusing to stop kissing my own baby? My husband M25 and I F25 have a 6-week-old daughter. She's our first baby and the first grandchild in both of our families. We were advised by our pediatrician to not allow anyone besides ourselves to kiss our baby for the first 8-12 weeks minimum. This has been communicated to both of our families, who have been respectful of this as well as our other boundaries rules, despite a little bit of grumbling about it from his side. Last weekend we were over at my in-laws' house and I had just finished breastfeeding my daughter, so she was all sleepy. I kissed her forehead before settling her to nap on my chest. My Mill noticed and immediately remarked on it in a super passive-aggressive manner. "Oh, I'm so glad that we're able to kiss baby now. Did your pediatrician update the rules?" I was super confused and asked her what she meant and that the pediatrician's recommendation hadn't changed. She then accused me of violating the rules by kissing my own baby. I told her that the recommendation was that no one besides myself and my husband kiss our daughter, and she argued and heavily implied that I was being dishonest because I'd previously said nobody can kiss the baby rather than nobody but husband and I can kiss the baby. She went on and on about this until I snapped that it should have been obvious that the rules we told her regarding our baby were about what we wouldn't allow other people to do. She called me a hypocrite, so I got up and shut myself in the guest room while my daughter continued to nap on me. A little while later Mill came in and apologized, claiming it was a knee-jerk reaction and she was just confused and upset. She said she understands now that the rule only applies to other people. She then asked me if I would avoid kissing my baby in front of her until she's allowed to do so as well, because it's upsetting to see me doing that and knowing that she can't. I told her I can understand that it's frustrating to have strong urge to kiss a baby and not be able to. But I am personally not going to stop kissing my own baby for the sake of her feelings. Mill is calling me disrespectful and a hypocrite and has gotten Sil on board with this as well. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. What's next? Is she going to ask you to stop breastfeeding in front of her since she doesn't get to do it too? She needs to back off. Not the asshole. You don't have a baby kissing problem, you have a mother-in-law problem. Not the asshole. If you like, I'd be happy to politely tell your Mill to go to hell. In all honesty, your spouse needs to deal with this. The rule should always be your parent, your problem, excepting those handful of situations where the in-laws like the spouse more than their own kid. Solution: don't go near either of them with the baby and then they won't have to see a damn thing. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. This is a perfect opportunity for some malicious compliance, though. If she doesn't want to see you kiss your baby because it's so hard, you guys should stop visiting her entirely until the baby is older. You're just respecting her wishes. Macron. This is absurd. You need to just limit contact with these nut jobs until your baby has had her immunizations. Your husband needs to step up here and deal with his relatives. Incidentally, when you kiss your baby, you pick up bacteria and viruses on her skin. Your body, with its mature immune system, creates antibodies which are delivered to her at her next feeding. Not the asshole. Definitely not the asshole. What is with this obsession that people have for kissing other people's babies, especially that young? Bugs the hell out of me. Nata, you are better than me. I would have told her if it was such a problem. Then you will see you once she able to kiss the baby. Not the asshole. If the rule upsets her that much, she can stay away until she is allowed to kiss the baby. Not the asshole. Seriously, your Mill is nuts. Not the asshole. What's next? Is she gonna ask you to stop breastfeeding the baby because she can't breastfeed the baby? Tell her she's being absurd, and if she wants to keep seeing her grandchild, she needs to do some growing up herself. Not the asshole. She sounds incredibly possessive already. Just watch out for if this kind of behavior increases. My partner's sibling just recently had to cut their mom off from seeing their baby because she repeatedly wouldn't respect them and would wake him up throughout the day and come inside the house without asking. Nata. News flash. There are tons of things that you get to do as mom that she doesn't get to do as grandma. If she can't get in board with that, her involvement in baby's life isn't mandatory. Not the asshole, you are literally following medical advice, and also giving your baby the necessary skin contact that infants need. If your mill can't take this, your husband should be mediating the interactions, not you, and you should consider going LC with her. Not the asshole, and unless you live with mill still, I'd avoid visiting them, having them visit you until the 8-12 weeks is up, because you're only going to hear more on the issue, and with a new baby, you don't need the added stress. Congrats on the little one, op. Not the asshole. The reason the pediatrician asked this is that adults can very easily pass herpes from cold sores to babies, and their immune systems aren't strong enough. An acquaintance of mine's baby died because a relative kissed her baby with a not yet visible sore. Not the asshole. Mill is entitled. It's 100% okay for you to shut down anyone trying to stomp your boundaries. No questions and shitty requests allowed. There are no conditions required in order to appease the peanut gallery. I do not understand people's desire to slobber all over helpless, tiny humans with low immunity. Why do they make a huge deal of it? Yes, they are cute. They have little immunity. Stop, you selfish freak. Keep that booger lip, herpes sore, flu, or ligma away. In-laws are common offenders. Just say no. Not the asshole. The entitlement runs strong in this woman. Imagine trying to control your affection for your own child. She is going to be a problem, and you'll need to make rules and enforce them with her. Good luck, and make sure your husband has your back. Not the asshole. What an unhinged lunatic. Wow. Why can't people accept that the doctor's advice regarding a newborn may change from generation to generation? It's not a dig at previous advice. A new mom and dad, but especially mom, is so fragile about trying to do everything exactly right that she simply doesn't need this stress. If the grandparents think she is going overboard, why can't they just smile to themselves and remember how they were at first also? Not the asshole. The mill is being very unfair. Why is your mill acting like she never experienced being a mother? That's your child, you breastfeed her and you have the mother and child bond that's good for the well-being. Your mill is basically an outsider. She could have picked diseases from outside of your home. That's the main reason why no one should be allowed to kiss someone's baby. Natar, it's your baby. You know, I actually do think you should stop kissing your baby in front of Mill. She shouldn't have to see that. In fact, she shouldn't see you at all for the next 6 weeks. Minimum. Good for you setting boundaries now. Definitely not the asshole. Not the asshole, you. A husband staying out of it or diffusing it himself is what he should be doing. Mill mother-in-law. Moms are mostly crazy. We just are used to our own moms, so that crazy we don't notice. Every other mother you'll never understand. Edit. Makes more sense. I don't understand why you would kiss someone else's baby. Hug sure. Hold sure. But kiss seems kinda weird. Not the asshole. She came out of my body, rolling eyes face, rolling eyes face. Not the asshole. She will have to handle or not see the baby in the first few months. Not the asshole. Where is your husband in all of this? Not the asshole. I can't believe you have to explain this to a grown woman. Obviously the parents of the child, that live with, breastfeed, care for, the baby are not included in the no kissing. I think the mill should try to be more understanding, especially if you are literally following doctor's orders. Not the asshole. Your mill acts very immature and entitled. Why is it even a problem for her? She should think about baby's health first. There is no point of other people kissing your baby. Not the asshole. Op. What a weird hill for her to die on, although I'm not at all surprised.